Hello, everyone. We're here at the C. Williams Rush Museum of African American Arts and Culture, and I have one of my favorite Kingstree ladies here with me, Sue Ham. And Sue came over, and we've talked about the Gullah Geechee culture, who the Gullah Geechee people are. They are the enslaved that were brought to America over 400 years ago, who worked the plantations. They were mainly at that time considered to be, I guess, in Georgia and South Carolina. But the Gullah Geechee Heritage Corridor was created by Congressman Clyburn through an act of Congress that was approved in 2006. So there is an official Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor that extends from Jacksonville, Florida, through coastal Georgia, through coastal South Carolina, up to Jacksonville, North Carolina. And his purpose was to help to preserve the history and the culture of the Gullah Geechee people. So all of us, African Americans in the area, are direct descendants of the Gullah Geechee people. So we are Gullah Geechee. So don't be, get your feelings hurt, or don't be, what's another word I'm thinking about? If someone mentions to you that,
offended maybe?
Thank you, that's my word.
That's the word.
Don't be offended if you are called Gullah Geechee, because that is part of your heritage and history. And as I run into African Americans now from other parts of the United States, I will clearly ask them, do you have any descendants from the South, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina? Because what I'm getting at is the fact to let them know that you too are Gullah Geechee. Sue, I really appreciate your coming by, looking at our exhibit, and what's your comment?
I think I'm always got a microphone. I should know what to do, right? I definitely got to say that I think this is an amazing exhibit. I learned a lot, and as I was telling you earlier, it's so sad that a lot of this history is not taught in school. I wish I had my 11-year-old here with me, but the great thing is I have it on video.
Right.
And I have it on Facebook so that other people can learn about the rich Gullah Geechee history, because unfortunately a lot of the history that we learn begins with slavery and pretty much ends with the civil rights movement. So I want to thank you for having this here in Kingstree, South Carolina, Williamsburg County. I love the fact about the Bible, how one side is in King James Version and the other side is in the Gullah Geechee language. Because I got to tell you, when I was growing up, it was never called Gullah Geechee language.
That's the way we talked.
It was called country.
Okay.
You're speaking country. And if you spoke the King's English, you spoke proper. And oftentimes people would say, you're speaking like you're white, or you need to stop speaking country. And so I appreciate knowing the history. And also it was a way also to for us to have communication, for the slaves to have communication without the slave masters knowing what was actually happening. I learned that the corridor extends all the way up to Jacksonville, North Carolina, which I told you as a Marine, I was stationed there. So the food here is great. I learned that collard greens and hopping john represents prosperity, and that as African Americans, there wasn't a lot of food, so we made do with what we had. And that's the reason why African Americans have eaten so many different parts of the pig in the past, because that was all that was available to them. So being creative beings, we may do what we could. But this is an amazing exhibit. We have a local artist here. I want to go down there. I want to show her. And her quilts are just amazing to me. Everything is amazing, which I know T.Y. captured some of this on yesterday, and it was because of him capturing this. So give a big shout out to Christian News T.Y., always capturing things in the local area. But it was because of his Facebook post that I was drawn to this, and I'm going to toss it to Miss Latoya because she's an amazing artist. Come on, T.Y. You gotta see what's going down here. Here you go, Miss Latoya. Tell them what you do with these beautiful quilts.
Hello, once again, my name is Latoya Thompson, and I am a quilter. Was taught at a young age by my grandmother, Sally Cooper Wilson. And quilting is basically telling a story. These quilts tells a story about strong women throughout history, through my family, people that I may want to be. Some of these quilts may be me. People who look at them, they may see themselves, they may see other people that they know, people who they related to. So basically, my quilts are telling a story. In my artist statement, I always say my quilts come from a vision. It's a gift from God, so He, the one who gave me the vision to put it in an art form to tell the story of our people.
Thanks, Latoya. I include her as the artist in residence for the C. Williams Rush African American Museum. And a main component of today's activities is my special lady, Miss Beulah, who has provided the foods for today, the sampling of the Gullah Geechee foods today. Beulah?
So far we have what's called a taste of Gullah. And the taste of Gullah includes the Gullah foods. And the main dishes, the things that they could afford to do because they were of a poor culture. So they got what was left. And therefore they had rice, but sometimes vegetables were slim. So in order to make it go around, voila, they would make peas and rice, which we call today Hop and John. And this is a traditional African American or Gullah Geechee dish that means longevity. And so we have that every year traditionally with the little collard greens, which means prosperity. Everybody loves a little good old collard greens, and these have some ham hock in it. They are divine. They are absolutely divine. And so from there, we have a little bit of shrimp and grits. Good old hominy is what they called it. And there's nothing that you can't do with some hominy. And a little shrimp and gravy to go with that grits. This is good. And then we have country ham on a little biscuit. Or you can have just a plain little biscuit. These are homemade biscuits, and they're just cut small and hors d'oeuvre size, right size for eating. And then here we have a little muffet, a little corn muffin. Goes wonderful with collard greens or just by itself. And we also had a little fried fish, and we had some fried bacon wrapped scallops. And this is not all but just a taste of Gullah Geechee. Welcome, I say, to the South.
Okay, we'd like to thank Dr. Gardner for coming out today, Jennifer Sarall for coming out and helping us celebrate the 10th anniversary of the C. Williams Rush Museum. And she has in her hand favorite dish, shrimp and grits, prepared by our main chef here, Beulah. So we wanted to thank her for coming out, and everyone else who have been out today to help us celebrate this event and enjoy a taste of the Gullah Geechee foods. Thank you.